Here at the repair shop, countless treasures have been brought back to life.
Deep breath. Oh, gosh.
That reveal so much about who we are.
It is.
And where we're from.
It's perfect.
But there's so much more out there.
Let's do it.
That's not yet made it to the barn.
Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
So the team are hitting the road.
This is the perfect opportunity to meet some new people, learn some new skills, and maybe fix a few things on the way.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
On a unique adventure.
Wow.
We're going to get some looks on the way back to the barn.
To join forces with expert craftspeople.
We put in 130 hours just hanging on the hazels.
On their most ambitious restorations yet.
They all need replacing.
Yes, hundreds of pieces of stone.
Wow.
Keeping heritage crafts alive.
Good job with friends.
I know, isn't it?
And passing precious skills to future generations.
Is he a good student?
He is, yes.
Does he listen to you?
He does, for the most part.
Sparking restorations across the country.
You're part of the history of this now as well.
Today, Will and Steve visit one of England's most vibrant cities.
Well, hello, Manchester.
To help restore the towering clock atop Manchester Town Hall.
Look at that scaffolding.
A job so huge, one Fletcher is not enough.
Whoa, that's heavy.
Yeah, if you just...
Do you want to give us a hand, Fred?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Will has the whole world in his hands.
You're going to have to stretch it by about 8 millimetres.
That is a real stretch, isn't it?
And the team take a jackpot of a repair back to the barn.
This won't hurt a bit. Trust me, I'm a fruit machine doctor.
In the heart of the north of England lies Manchester, a city that powered the Industrial Revolution and reshaped the world. A bustling hub of innovation, Manchester was the engine that drove change in Britain and beyond. Today, its rich history survives in its grand architecture, none grander than the magnificent town hall, much loved by the people of the city.
It's a very important building that's been here a long time and means a lot to people.
It was an iconic building, and it's just a disaster at the moment.
This neo-Gothic gem is undergoing an extensive renovation, with hundreds of craftspeople and artisans working together beneath the scaffold. But with the works now running into their 6th year, the people of Manchester long to have their beloved building back.
The town hall is beautiful, but you know, it would be nice to actually go in there and explore it, but I'm just waiting for it to finally open.
Time is ticking on this vast renovation, and the team behind it have asked the repair shop to lend a hand. It's a challenge sure to excite resident horologist Steve.
We've got something right up your alley. Big old clock in the centre of Manchester.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah? And you know I'm terrified of heights.
Oh, please, can we drag you up there? Fred's coming along as well.
Yeah, there you go. Your father and son double act there.
So while Will heads inside to get a first look at the scale of the project with facilities manager Andy Himes,
where are we going?
We're going to go to the top of the clock tower.
All right, let's go.
Come on.
Steve's making sure his apprentice and son, Fred, doesn't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime chance to work on this iconic clock.
Hello.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, you?
You have a good trip?
That's all right.
Excellent.
Can't complain.
Oh, I'm looking forward to today.
Yeah, it'll be good. Are you going to be all right walking up all the stairs?
Yeah, I'm still all right doing that.
Okay.
Fred has been learning his craft from Steve for 5 years now, making him the 4th generation of Fletcher family horologists.
Spot on. Follow.
That's nice. Well done.
You've picked up so much knowledge now on clocks. I mean, you've taken over a lot of the clocks that I used to do. Your grandfather and great-grandfather, I'm sure, would be very proud of you doing this.
Yeah, well, they used to go up the church every week, didn't they?
Well, your great-grandfather used to go up every single day and wind it up.
Every day?
At the local church, yeah. That's what kept him so fit. I mean, it was a real workout.
That looks like it might be the place.
Looks like it, indeed.
Heck of a building site.
It is. Look at that scaffolding. That's an art in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
While the approximately 10-ton clock has been under wraps, it's been taken apart, every piece cleaned, repaired and painted, something Steve is very used to doing in the repair shop, albeit on a much smaller scale. Leading the team, fellow horologist Mark Crangle, who has invited Steve and Fred to help with the rebuild, assembling the mechanism that turns the giant hands.
Perfect. Well, good to go. Lovely.
They'll be over 200 feet up inside the tower, helping reassemble the mechanism, all hidden away behind those monumental dials.
I worked on some pretty big clocks, but this is huge.
Yes, yeah. The scale of it is quite big, yeah. And heavy, yeah. I wouldn't like that dropping on my toes.
And what's wrong with the clock?
The dials were starting to look their age. Some of the original glass had been replaced over the years. There was a bit of bomb damage during the war. And the cast-iron framework was starting to rust and corrode. These are the bits that we're going to be working on today. Yeah. You've got your hour pipe here, which your hour hand goes on.
Yes.
And then inside that, there's a rod that runs through it, which is the minute rod that the minute hand's attached to. Yeah. So we've got all these bits here ready to go back on.
OK.
And then,
so if I put that over there, you're going to lift up the wheel.
Lift it up a little bit.
Yeah. Whoa, that's heavy.
Yeah, if you just...
Do you want to give us a hand for it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Slightly different to the clocks we work on.
It is, isn't it? We got the bolts there. Do you want to tighten that up?
Yeah.
When was the last time that this clock was worked on like this at this scale?
I don't think it's ever been worked on this scale before. In its 150 years, this is the first time it's had this amount of work done to it, yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it? And there's hardly any wear on any of the teeth.
Yes, yeah. It just shows you how well made it was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those Victorians, eh?
Those pesky Victorians, eh?
The Victorian revival of Gothic medieval architecture inspired incredible buildings like Manchester Town Hall. Architect Alfred Waterhouse won a competition to design it, based on a plan fitting the chambers, offices and reception rooms into the tight triangular site. He even designed easy tread staircases to enable Victorian ladies dressed in their finery to ascend safely. But today, Will is taking the lift.
Right, let's go. Top of the shop, please, mate.
Manchester born and bred, Andy knows every nook and cranny of the town hall, having started work here straight from school. He learned everything there is to know about the building and the clock on the job.
When I look to the left, oh, geez.
It took 50 scaffolders working with around 3,700 tons of steel to support and encase the building.
There's so much scaffolding here. Scaffolding alone, how long did it take to put up?
I think this took something like 18 months just to put the scaffold up.
Wow. So there must be like a huge team of people here.
It's a massive team of people, yes, because we're doing all the stonework, joineries, windows, there's mosaic work, they're doing restoration to the fine arts, the metal work.
The big old overhaul, then. It's huge. It's a massive project.
Yes. Would you like to go a little bit further up?
I'd love to.
OK, follow me.
Do you know what? I'm pleased that it's enclosed, though, Andy. I don't think I could have come up otherwise.
Right, what's the next job?
The next job is that wheel. Put that in. The brass wheel.
God, it is heavy, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, so how are we doing then?
OK, Fred, you put it... If you aim for the slot there.
Yep.
Drop it down a little bit, and I'll put these two bearings on either side. That one and that one. And then we'll just lower it down gently.
How's that?
Yep, perfect.
You must love it working on really well-made pieces like this.
Oh, yes, yeah. The older clocks, they were all a little bit handmade. There's a bit of wiggle room and a little bit of, yeah, you can see where they evolved.
Yes.
But these here, these are the Rolls Royce of the clock world.
So what's left to do?
It's the last piece of the jigsaw. It's this wheel here. And it is quite heavy.
Oh, it is heavy, isn't it?
I'm glad he's doing it.
Yeah. So, yeah, so the wheel comes to the front. So, yeah.
Does this come forward a little bit?
Yeah, the wheel just comes forward. That's it. Perfect.
Right, so that's that done. Do you want to give it a spin?
I do. So it doesn't spin, it's your fault. That's absolutely beautiful. That is as smooth as a small clock. Amazing, just beautiful. There's something about it, isn't it? When you get something done like this and you just move it and you just feel something. It goes right through the body, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, you know you've done it. You know you've cracked it.
Yeah.
That's it, exactly.
First part of the rebuild complete, and Will still hasn't reached the top of the tower.
So how many flights of stairs are we going up now?
Well, we're going up 5 flights at the moment.
5 flights, right?
But the other week, when the lift wasn't working, we did 26.
Oh, Andy, 26 flights?
Yes, it's a long way before you start a day's
I just
work.
have to call in sick.
We're there now, so we're just going to go round the corner and we're going to step over this wall. And
Step over this wall?
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's a tight squeeze. Woohoo! It's windy up here. Oh my gosh. Well, hello, Manchester.
It turns out Steve and Fred aren't the only father and son duo to play a part in the upkeep of this landmark.
This is a huge project. How long have you been part of it?
Well, I actually worked for Manchester City Council. I started in 1979 as an office junior, and round about 1990 I became a member of the Building Services Department. One of the problems that we had was that the clock became quite unreliable. My dad being my dad, he was interested. So between us, we came in over a couple of weekends, and then we made a few parts for it. You can't go to the local DIY shop and buy parts for a Victorian clock, so everything has to be handmade. And after about 6 weeks, the clock was running nicely, and it just carried on running.
No. What kind of training did you have before this? Because, I mean, it's a big old clock, and surely you need to know what you're doing.
I didn't have any training, and my dad and myself had never worked on a clock before.
What?
No. So my dad made a good point, really, which was, it's only a machine, somebody made it, so you can fix it.
So you thought that you'd be up for the challenge, then?
Yes. It's a landmark in Manchester. The town hall is a beautiful building, and the centrepiece is the clock tower, and the focal point is the clock. And it should be right. And it's just how it should be. You know, it's run for nearly 150 years, and I'd like to think it'll go for another 150.
The Fletchers will be back to help out with the clock later. But for now, Fred's off to continue the family business, while Will and Steve hit the road.
What's it like working with Fred?
It's great. He's an absolute natural. And also, my daughter sort of is a part of the business as well, so she keeps us all in order.
Yeah. Family business.
It is, yeah.
At home with the Fletchers.
While in Lancashire, Will has travelled to Oldham to collect a quirky piece from John Geraghty's past in need of expert attention.
John, what have you bought me?
This one-arm bandit my dad bought 48 years ago. It was a present for my mum, a birthday present. So at the time, was in the process of looking for a new house.
Okay.
My dad always wanted a games room in the house. So I think deep down, this was just a present to himself, really, and it was just an excuse to go and buy it.
So was this warmly received by your mum, then?
I think her words were, "What the hell?"
How old were you at the time then?
I was 12 at the
perfect
time.
age, because
yeah,
at 12 years old, you told you didn't have a games room.
Well, I was more excited than Mum, you know.
So how many years has your mum had this for?
My dad bought it in 1976. Unfortunately, not long after we bought the new house, Dad was involved in a car accident. Down at the new house that we hadn't quite moved into, gets a phone call from a very good friend. He'd broken down. Me and my dad always want to help somebody out. So we both jumped in the van, reversed off the drive, and as we did, a friend of mine appeared. My dad said, why don't you jump out of the van? You stay here with Neil. I'll be 10 minutes, I'll be back. My dad drove around the corner. Car came out of a junction without stopping. By the time the fire brigade got there, etc., unfortunately, it was too late.
Oh, God. Must have been tough.
Yeah, because my dad was my soulmate. He was, you know, I'm an only child, and me and my dad did everything together. And I think about it every year, and on that day, 28th of June, and on his birthday, and, you know, we were so close, and it still hurts now.
So what was your dad like?
Big character. Life and soul of the party, I would probably describe him as. And it's the one big thing we've still all got, that, you know, I can walk past it in the house every day. It reminds me of my dad, it reminds me of Mum.
Yeah.
And it'd just be lovely to see it restored and working again. You'll notice there's some scratches on the glass where the pennies are.
Yeah.
That was caused by somebody breaking into the house. Yeah. They actually took a large spanner to try and smash...
What, to try and get the pennies
to
out?
steal the pennies, yeah. And
that's bad.
Lo and behold, it held up. They hadn't managed to smash the glass, and it had fought back, if you like, you know, and survived the attack, if you like, you know.
See, it fought back even with one arm.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. So I quite like the fact that the glass is still scratched, because it's a little bit of memory. You know, it wouldn't give up the pennies to the guy that broke in our house. You know.
Have you ever seen this light up?
No.
Never?
Never.
Never since it's been in the family?
No, my dad bought it as it is now, with that wire sticking out the back.
But never had it actually fully working and glowing?
No, not at all. And that's the dream, to see it, because that's what my dad wanted it.
Yeah.
He wanted to see it lit up and working, and one day I want to see this back to as my dad would have liked to have seen it, you know, all restored and lit up and properly working, you know.
I love this. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Well, we've got just the person for it. Geoff has worked on many a machine like this before. I'm sure he'd love to give it a go.
That'd be fantastic. Thank you.
Will and Steve's Lancashire visit gives them the chance to reflect on some fascinating fixes, not least Manchester Town Hall's massive clock.
That is one big old clock.
Do you know what? It is the biggest clock I've ever helped work on. It's an amazing clock.
It's huge. With Fred, our saviour, the 19th generation of clock fixers.
Oh, I tell you, it was so lovely to have him up there, helping reassemble the motion work of one of the dials. It's great to have your son next to you working.
Did he enjoy himself?
He really enjoyed himself.
I have been to pick up John's one-arm bandit.
Oh, I love a one-arm bandit. The feel of pulling that down, all the mechanism there. That's more important than the payout, really.
Really?
Yeah, there's something about it. It's just a beautiful feel.
Oh, the sun is glorious. What do you do when it gets really sunny? Because I know that you always have 2 pairs of glasses on you. Do you ever have 2 pairs and then sunglasses?
Sometimes I'll put my reader glasses on and then sunglasses over the top.
On the top?
Yep.
Can you put those glasses on the top of those glasses? Would that do anything?
Yes.
When? No.
Look, these are 3s, these are 2s. So 2 together, that's 5.
You know, you can see into the future, those glasses.
The one-armed bandit has arrived at the barn and is safely in the hands of arcade aficionado Geoff Harvey. Geoff's had an obsession with pinball machines since he was 10 years old and started collecting them soon after that. Luckily, his talents extend to renovating all kinds of vintage games, and he's brought many a machine back from the brink in the repair shop. So he's putting his best foot forward with this one-armed bandit.
Well, this rather iconic fruit machine has arrived. Will's dropped it off. I had no idea what it was going to be like. The most amazing thing was it actually had a key, which is a great start. I noticed that it's sadly lacking in electric, so I need to check that out. Also, it's quite an interesting one because it's on new pennies. It might have been on old sixpences originally converted. I'll look. But the Mad Money one is a very iconic one because Mad was a magazine with this rather strange character you see there. Always remember it had a fold-out middle page that if you folded it along the lines, it made a completely different picture. So it'd be a scene. You open it up, it was a completely different scene. It's all very, very clever. Now, I'm just going to see if anything works mechanically on this at all by cheating, but pretending I've got a coin in there. That is amazing. It's basically in half-decent condition, to be honest, which is incredible, because this would be 1960s, I would say. I do see one problem, what they call the escalator, where all the pennies go along. That's all jammed up. That's quite common. That'll need a good clean and taking apart. First things first, a bit of degreasing, getting rid of all the gunk that's accumulated over the years. This won't hurt a bit. Trust me, I'm a fruit machine doctor. It works! It's amazing. It needed some degreasing, cleaning up and a bit of fiddling about with, but it's a very sound little mech. You can tell by the number of clicks and it sounds right. So that is lovely. Now onto the escalator that was completely jammed. When you insert a coin, as people being charmingly devious, especially when gambling's involved, would put in the wrong coins or washers, and the escalator shows them in visually. So it's actually a way of anti-cheat device, basically. It's a way of stopping people fixing the machine. Now, one of the problems on this is it hasn't been undone for a very, very long time. See how that looks. Oh, might be able to get them out actually doing it like this. This is well and truly completely stuck. And I'm trying to work out why, but the whole mechanism is completely jammed. So I'm going to take a couple of things apart quickly and see if we can get a bit of movement. Oh, got that one out, lovely. Part one, the fibia, there's a little bit there. So this is part of the locking mechanism. What I love about these old fruit machines, they're incredibly well made, actually, because I don't think anyone thought in 50 years' time, you know, half a century, someone would be fiddling around with them. And they think of the abuse they got. They're very mechanical and very, very, very physical. And people do bash them around a bit, so they were really made to last. Nice. The mechanism now moves. It is now sliding along, so that's great. So a penny in the slot. And then let's see what happens with this mechanism. Hey! Bob's your uncle. Remarkably, I don't think we need any parts. It's just wear, tear, and hasn't been serviced for years, and that's a big thing, really. So it needs a bit of love and attention, as we all do. And then hopefully we'll last as long as this fruit machine. Oops. Once that's done, I can get on with the electrics and see what state they're in, really.
While Geoff works on the one-armed bandit, half a world away, Will is meeting a man whose skills have really put him on the map. Globe conservator and maker, Jonathan Wright.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Will.
Hi there. Merci, Jonathan.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Globe making is an ancient, endangered heritage craft, and Jonathan is one of the few people still practicing the art of both making brand new globes and restoring antique ones.
I've actually got a globe from the early 1700s that I can show you.
1700s?
This is quite a rare example, actually, of an English globe.
Wow. This looks really fragile.
It is. So it's had a life to it. You've got to imagine a few hundred years of wear and tear of use.
Yeah.
Globes were practical objects. They were a thing of beauty, but also a scientific instrument as well.
Right.
They're records of the world at a moment in time.
Yeah.
So it's important to try and preserve that. Unfortunately for the globe, this has been damaged in a way that it's split in half.
Right.
But unfortunately for us, it means we can have a look inside.
Oh.
Yeah, if I could
Oh,
ask
you okay?
you
Yeah.
to support the wooden pillar.
What kind of skills would you need for globe making? Because I can see you've got sort of papier-mâché here, wood, metal, I presume,
Yes.
plaster.
A lot of what we know about globe making, we've had to discover by looking at old globes because it was a very secretive trade.
Was it?
Globe makers were very keen to have the most up-to-date cartography of the latest voyages and like our understanding of the world. So it became a very competitive process.
Yeah.
So it's about working with lots of different materials in a very precise way. That's from the map making itself to constructing the sphere to the artistry involved in painting the globe itself.
Oh. Now this is very nice.
Restoring antique globes is only part of how Jonathan is keeping the dying arts involved in this craft alive. He also uses his skills to create new examples.
You've made this, right?
Yes.
That's really nice and smooth.
So this is a plaster sphere, but it's made in two halves in a mould and then they're
Stuck
joined together.
Under Jonathan's guidance, Will is hand-painting the broad brushstrokes of the map itself, starting with the oceans and the seas.
How wet do I need to make this brush?
I think you've got it perfect there.
Yeah. Like that?
Yeah, now the paint's drying quite quickly, so you need to move quite rapidly, otherwise you'll end up seeing where your brush starts and stops.
You sound like my old boss. Come on, Will, you need to be faster than that. Okay. Now, how did you get into this?
I never imagined when I was growing up that I'd become a globe maker. I studied a design engineering course.
Okay.
And after finishing that, I stumbled across an apprenticeship for a globe maker. And it immediately captured my imagination, the artistry, but also the technicality involved in creating those things.
With the land and sea painted, Will's next task is getting the map on the globe. It's placed on in segments, known as gores.
So we've got 12 segments of map that are going to be applied to the sphere. So we're going to soak the pieces of paper that we have in water.
All right, I'm going in.
Now's about a good time. Remove it probably by the equator, just where it's a bit less delicate.
Yeah.
Remove some of the excess water. That looks about right.
Yeah. We ready to go on?
Yes.
Right. Here we go. Straight onto the surface.
Straight on. Lining up the equator as you're doing is always a good start. And then we can just gently let the paper fall into place.
Yeah. That?
Okay. So what you're going to have to do is try then manipulate this paper to move in the direction you want. We're looking for large movements with your hands so that we're not distorting small areas.
Yeah.
And you can see you're going to have to, for this, you're going to have to stretch it by about 8 millimeters.
That is a real stretch, isn't it?
You might feel the paper drying out now. It's drying out, so you're going to have to start working a bit more quickly to get it into position. Otherwise, it's going to be stuck.
Jonathan, can you please help me out?
Okay. We just need a few bigger movements going on, and then should be able to move it into position.
What happens if something goes wrong? Do you then have to make one from scratch?
Whenever I'm creating a new bespoke globe, I always paint 2 sets of gauze just in case.
Do you?
Yeah.
A little backup?
Always.
So once this is properly done, then what is next? Further painting?
Yeah, so for something this size, I'll probably spend a couple of weeks painting in details. After that, the globe will be varnished, and the carpentry and the brass work for the stand that the globe goes into will be completed as well.
I had no idea how these were made, but I've got a greater idea now about the amount of work that goes into creating such a beautiful piece. So thank you very much.
Back in Manchester, the town hall restoration is a hive of busy craftspeople. A host of specialist skills and heritage crafts are needed for this immense collaborative project, from stonemasons to roofers and art restorers to stained glass specialists, not forgetting a dedicated team of mosaicists, restoring the 4,000 square metres of flooring. And above, work on the clock is ticking along nicely.
This is us in the dial room, where the dials are. And up there, that's the motion works and the bevels we were working on before. And if you look through that door there, you can see behind the clock dials.
But there is more to be done. So Steve and Fred are back to help with the decorative work on the clock.
Welcome back.
Right, you've got something for us to do.
There's a bit of gilding for you today, is that all right?
Yeah,
quite happy
definitely.
with that?
I love a bit of gilding.
Excellent. What we're going to do is gild these rings here on these suns. So I've got 2 here. There's 4 on each dial.
Yeah.
At 12, 3, 6 and 9. You've both got a book of gold. So, yeah, if you just lay the transfer down, rub it with your finger. Your dad's done this before.
Steve is an old gilding hand, but novice Fred is feeling the pressure.
A bit nervous. Yeah, you're doing a grand job. So these are suns that go on the dials. There's 4 on each dial. It was one of the original design features. It's to give it good colour and a bit of depth to the dial as well.
Just looks good.
Yeah.
What's the most challenging thing that you find with working on a clock like this?
When you're working in something of this scale, I mean, when you look at the dials are massive. They don't look that big from the ground, but they're just under 16 foot.
Wow, really? I've seen you've got some cotton wool here. I've never used cotton wool while I'm doing any gold leafing.
No. When you've got some rough edges here and sort of tight corners, it's easier to use a bit of cotton wool and it helps push it in rather than use your nail, which can tear the paper.
I've learned something today, so thank you very much.
Yes, no, but yeah.
Considering this is the second time I've done it, I feel pretty privileged that it's going on Manchester Town Hall.
I'm sure they'll be up there for years to come, shining away.
To get the vintage fruit machine back to its blinking, beaming best, it's vital Geoff replaces the 1960s wiring.
That's the last of the old electrics out, and I'm very pleased I did it, because the thing I was worried about was safety. And I found a lot of these mains wires were broken in places, so it would have been dangerous. So goodbye to the 240-volt rather dangerous wiring, and hello to the 12-volt safe wiring. Do-do! Lovely, that's nice and tight, that's perfect. My next task is to feed this cable through, like this, and then get it all around the machine so all the LEDs are connected. Then it should light up. I'm painting where the paint had flaked off just on one bit of the cabinet, and I'm just retouching it just to make it look a bit more in keeping with the rest of the machine. I'm using an enamel paint actually, which is nice and hard, because fruit machines do take quite a lot of bashing around actually. And these are amazing machines, because think of how many thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people have pulled that handle. It's had quite a life. I'm sure he's overheard some fascinating conversations as well, actually. Right, I just need to finish this, then I'll give the metalwork a polish, and a bit of cleaning and it'll be ready.
One-armed bandit complete, Will is taking it home to John in Oldham.
John really loves this one-armed bandit. It means quite a lot to him, so I'm really hoping that we've managed to get this right.
Very nervous, yeah. Excited and nervous as well at the same time. It's mixed emotions.
John's dad bought the fruit machine in 1976, hoping to do it up for their new family home. Sadly, he never got the chance to see it in action.
Hi, John. Good to see you.
Nice to see you again.
Are you excited?
Very. Just hope you could bring it back to life, you know.
Now, this has been needing to be fixed for many years now. It's about 40 years?
40-odd years, yeah. 40, 44, 46 years now since, yeah.
You weren't planning on having this looking brand new, like, straight out of the factory?
No, it needs to have a bit of that character still there with it. It was second-hand when my dad bought it. It wasn't immaculate then. It needed some work then, which my dad was obviously planning to do, but fortunately that never happened. My dad always wanted to see it all lit up again.
Shall we take a look?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Oh, wow. That's amazing. And I can see straight away the pennies are not jammed. Perfect.
Now, the lights are working. It's just the fact that we are in your garden and it's quite bright outside. So you can just about see his eyes there are lighting up, and there's lights on the inside as well. Now that this is home, where's it going to live in the house?
Just in our little chill room at the back of the house there, where we spend most of our evenings. We've actually bought a special table for it.
Have you?
Yeah, because of the weight of the thing. It's so heavy.
Really heavy.
It's going to be pride of joy in that room there.
Perfect. What do you think that your dad would make of the restoration?
I think he'd be well chuffed. Yeah. Yeah. Job well done. Yeah, great. Yeah.
John, we know this looks lovely, but the proof is in the pudding. So we'd like to take a penny.
Absolutely.
And give it a go. Very good.
Fingers crossed.
Come on, John. Come on.
£2p.
You got your money back. Yay! How does that feel?
It feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been a long time since we've actually seen that work like that.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
John, it's been a pleasure to see you again, and I'm happy that you love what Geoff's done with the machine.
Absolutely, yeah. Please pass on our big thanks to him for that.
Yeah.
Great work, yeah.
Well, it's an heirloom to hold on to now.
Absolutely,
and, I'm sure at some point you'll get that big payout.
That's the dream, the dream. It's a great tribute to Mum and Dad, yeah, fantastic. They'll be really pleased to see it all working again, cleaned up and full of working order, fantastic. Really pleased.
"10 miles down the road, it's a landmark day. 6 years into the restoration of Manchester's Town Hall clock, and the 4 massive dials are finally getting their hands back.
Welcome back, Steve.
Thank you.
Good to see you again. Come on up.
Ah, fantastic.
Horologist Mark has invited Steve back to join forces on this titanic timepiece.
Yeah, here we are at the dial level on the scaffold.
Oh. Wow, look at that. That is amazing.
Yeah, you don't realise exactly how big it is.
No, absolutely. This has been a mammoth restoration. What's your favourite part been?
I think it's the bit that everybody sees of these dials.
Yeah.
So, to see them like this in this condition, when you finally step back and you've finished and you look at them and they're gleaming, the gold's gleaming, and the hands are on and they're turning and everything looks fresh and clean. It's a nice project to be part of.
So what is the stage you're at the moment?
So this is the last dial we're working on at the moment. So we've just got to put the hands on and get it ready to set to time. So if you just go in and go up onto that scaffold there.
Okay.
And close the gate behind you.
Ah, okay.
Perfect. These are a bit bigger than you're normally used to, aren't they?
They are so much bigger.
Oh, excellent. Well, what we're going to do is lift it up and slide it over the nose there onto the hour pipe.
Yeah.
We've got a safety line on here, so it can't go anywhere. Andy's upstairs he's going to help us with that.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Steve. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Great, thanks.
Good. Not sure who's got the hardest job
there
here.
we go. So there we go, just feed it on nicely, and then right on.
Right, there we go.
Perfect. There we go. It's okay, so we've just got to slide this hand forward a little bit, and I can get this wedge in behind.
Yeah. Is that in place?
It is. I just need to keep sliding back with it.
Sliding on nicely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Minute hand next.
That's it, yes.
Okay.
Roughly weighs about 70 kilograms, so...
wow.
Yeah, so I hope you're feeling strong on this one.
Crikey. That is...
Okay, it's up to you now.
Oh, my.
Oh, so if you slide it right on... There we go.
Okay. Phew. It's built like a battleship.
Yeah, well, it needs to be. It gets a few gale force winds up here.
Oh, I'll bet.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of dropping it.
I usually put my thumb through it in the middle.
Ah.
Yeah, like that.
There you
yeah.
go. That's experience.
There we go. Perfect. Lovely.
Very satisfying.
Yeah, it is actually, yeah. You get to see it revealing slowly in front of you. There you go, you've got the knack now. Lovely. So if I hold it up,
yep.
Will I line up the holes?
Finally, those suns, gilded by Steve and Fred, can be attached to the dial, ready to glow above the Manchester skyline once again.
Try not to drop the screw.
Yeah, please not. It looks good.
Yeah.
Brings it all together. When you put that on, it brings it all together.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Big thank you for letting me be a part of the restoration of this amazing clock in this amazing building.
Thank you for all your help. And it's great that you're part of this, the history of this now as well.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Can I give it a spin?
Please do, yes. You can be the first one to test it. There we go.
Look at that.
Nice and free.
It's beautifully smooth.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute joy.
Yeah, no, thank you.
After 6 years of renovations, the people of Manchester finally have their clock back.
It's wonderful to see that clock working again, because I know it's been broken for such a long time.
It probably competes against Big Ben, no?
It's the heart of Manchester.
With the clock back in gleaming working order, Will and Steve can head off on their next adventure.
Do you like working on big clocks or small clocks, Steve?
When I was younger, I used to really like working on big outside clocks.
Yeah.
But it's really quite physical. I mean, you have to do a lot of swinging around on ropes. Yeah, hard work. So Fred's the guy for that.
Hey, love it.